Let's get rolling. Anna, if you'd call roll, please.
Sure. Perry,
Here.
Silver,
Here.
Klein,
Here.
Comet,
Here.
Charnas,
Here.
Vincent,
Here.
Duber.
I'm here. I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report of fiscal year 2021 through March 2021. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Dana, if you would.
Good evening, March 31st, 2021. You have a cash account summary which shows $9,507,544.14 in the bank. And the summary for the month of March, total revenue for all funds was $2,838,764.89. And the expenditures were $2,514,995.16. I was just going to point out on Fund 209, the Pinecrest TIF Fund, we received the property taxes for the first half. That was $1,859,407.33. And we dispersed that out. That goes to the school for their portion of the TIF, as well as to the trustee, the bank that's handling the pilot payments on the project. The total amount for the schools was $285,205.85. That was their share of that dollar amount. You have the revenue and expenditure report with the line items. Since it's the end of the quarter, you have all funds being reported. So we're at 25% of the year. Our general fund revenues were at 25% collected. And on our expenditures, there was nothing out of the ordinary. I believe we have under administration, there was the timing for the annual property insurance bill, but we're at almost 21.5% of expenditures at this point. You have all of the other funds showing. It's the first time you've seen them. They're all within the markers. The mayor's court under their expenditures, that's Fund 205, if you're following it through the book. They just had the annual software support, so that's why their variance is slightly higher. And 209 is the Pinecrest TIF, since we pay property taxes halfway through twice a year. We're at 38%, so we're a little less than what we had budgeted, but we budget high since I don't know what revenue we're going to collect, so I can disperse all of it. So that's the semi-annual TIF payment. And Fund 406, the infrastructure levy fund, there's a little bit of timing differences and some other little miscellaneous reimbursements that weren't in the budget when we originally had passed it. So overall, for all funds, we're at about 24% of revenue and 18% of expenditures. So we're looking pretty good for this point in the year.
Thank
That's
you.
all I had on that.
Appreciate it. Does anybody have any questions or comments? All right, I hear nothing, so let's call roll, please.
Perry,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Comet,
Yes.
Charnas,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Duber.
Yes, and I'll make a motion to approve the tax administrator's report for March 2021. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Dana?
See, you have the tax administrator report for March 31st. Our total gross taxes collected for March were $327,157.09. Compared to March of last year, we're down about $42,000. Year to date, we've collected $1,375,784.91 and down about $66,000 comparatively. I think we're still recovering from the COVID, and I think timing issues as well. The filing deadline was extended, and I think we'll start catching up March. I'm looking at the May reports now, and it looks like we've caught up for most of what shortfalls we're having at this point.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Thank you, Dana. Please call roll.
Thank you.
Perry,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Comet,
Yes.
Charnes,
Yes.
Vincent,
yes,
Huber.
Yes. Discussion of the bills to be paid in the month of May in the amount of $195,527.63 and additional April expenses in the amount of $119,039.65. Questions?
I'd like to tell everybody to scratch off the total on the bottom of the second page. It's 200 and whatever. That's left over from a previous time. That is not the accurate total. All the detailed listing and subtotals are correct. And I've seen this 4 times already. Just saw it, just caught it.
All right. If nobody has any discussion, we will move on. Next is audience comments, and we have no audience. Old business, we have no business. New business, we've got none. Audience comments again, still none. So, Mayor.
Okay, well, next month we will start having work. At the very least, we will be introducing and moving forward with our rollover of the $5 million notes for one more last final year. There will be other consequential things in the near term. So Orangewood Trails are beginning on June 1st. They will take about 3 months. And we will put out detailed information to the neighborhood, to the affected residents, and just to the public at large. Not mailed notices, but we'll put that on the website and advise you. The Orangewood will be closed and will be westbound traffic only. Is that the whole direction, Zugan, or just between Lander and White Oak?
It'll be
Jump in,
west,
Bob, tell them.
it'll be westbound, starting at Lander and Orangewood. They'll go to White Oak Trail, and then it'll be one way from White Oak Trail to Beachmont. So it's going to be in 3 different phases. So the plan is westbound the entire time through each phase.
And finally, I would just like to announce, and I'm very pleased about this, Fire Chief Wilson got in contact with the county and got us involved with a project, a great project, which I hope we won't need and get no calls on. But this is to administer vaccines, probably the Johnson & Johnson one-time shot, to our homebound residents. And that includes people that would be on crutches, a walker, a wheelchair, or that their medical provider feels they would be better off if they stayed indoors and didn't get moving. So we are providing a phone number because this is done through a central clearinghouse, and then they will call the Orange Village Fire Department. It will be our Orange Village firemen that will come to our resident. But if there's anyone that needs it, I'm glad it's here, and we'll try to get the word to everyone. We called today and tried to reach everyone as best we can. I think that's all I have to say.
All right.
Anna, anything else?
Mayor,
Let's-
did you do a robocall on that one? That might be worth doing this week.
I did today.
Yeah, there was one today.
Okay, I didn't hear.
Check your voicemail.
All right. Well, thanks, Mayor.
Thank
I don't have any comments. Ms. Perry.
Comments either.
All right. Mr. Silver.
I talked with Stacy last week. We are going to move forward with another version, the 2021 version of the Orange for the Holidays book. We're going to get the ball rolling on that a little earlier this year, so we're not so rushed. So probably in June, I think we're going to start making calls.
Can we coordinate it with our winter newsletter so we can do the calendar, the newsletter, and the coupon book in one mailing?
When does that go out usually?
Be in touch with us in the fall, Anna will zero in.
Okay, I had the thought to make
It'll
sure.
go out
we
in
had them-
December.
Well, I'm sorry.
It will go out not before December, though.
Okay, I had the thought, I would like to have them done by early November, which would be election day, so we can hand them out to residents when they come in to vote on election day.
Just as long as it's not food or water.
That's true. We're not in Georgia. That is all I had. We'll have more to come on that, but that's all I had.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Comment?
No comments.
Mr. Charnas,
No comments tonight.
Mr. Klein.
There was no planning commission meeting this past week. There will be one next week. However, the Ready Committee will be meeting tomorrow, and I think we have a really good agenda set for that meeting. And Stacy and I are going to be getting together after council tonight to script out what we're going to do. And we look forward to your attendance if you're able tomorrow night to participate.
Hey, Judd, can you invite me to the meeting?
All of council has been invited to it.
Okay,
All of council has been sent an
All right.
invitation by,
That came from Anna, didn't it?
we,
okay.
I see Anna kind of shaking her head there. We did send a notice out and asked to have it distributed to council.
It did.
And
I sent it, but the one that you sent me, I'm not sure. I'm gonna double check. I'll send it out again. But the most recent one didn't have the invite at the bottom. The older one did, and I'm not sure if I sent the right one. I'll send it out again.
okay, thank
The
you.
one you sent had an agenda. You sent an agenda.
Right,
The one you sent had an agenda.
Right, it didn't have the link.
I didn't look for it.
No, I don't think it did.
It'll be on the website, right?
yes. It's on the website. It's posted to the website.
That's
and
tomorrow already.
Yes,
it's tomorrow already.
Well,
So,
it will be tomorrow.
yeah, it will be tomorrow. Soon enough. Tomorrow will come. Hopefully. God willing. Tomorrow will come. So that's all I've got. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Vincent?
So I had the wonderful opportunity to participate in the Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover program this week that was hosted by the Orange Community Ed and Rec and sponsored by the Orange Schools Foundation. And the whole point of the program was to celebrate diversity throughout Orange Village and other communities that feed into the Orange schools. There were more than 200 pre-K through fifth grade students that participated in the project, which involved reading and discussing pre-selected books related to diversity, related to inclusion. And then 75 students submitted self-created books that showcased a personal or fictional story related to the inclusion. Posters were created that included a picture that they drew along with a quote from their book and the line Gail Allison Drive. And I highly encourage you to walk down the path. There's supposed to be beautiful weather this weekend. If you're looking for a place to walk down that path, read these quotes, see these pictures. It will definitely inspire you. It's just, it'll do your heart good to know that this is the future. The signs will be up until the end of May. And like I said, they're just truly inspirational. In other school news, there was a board meeting this past Monday. 10 candidates submitted for the vacant school board position, and the board is in the process of reading through and interviewing candidates. Someone is expected to be selected by the May 24th board meeting. The term is through the end of this year, and the person will have to run again in November to keep the seat. Also at the Monday school board meeting, actually,
Including our former Scott Bilski, don't forget.
Did he submit? Did he?
I think so.
I talked to him
I think he
about it.
did.
He was debating.
Yeah. So they're reading through them now, and I know they're doing interviews. I think beginning this weekend. Also at the Monday school board meeting, very proud to recognize one of our own Orange Village students who articulately spoke about students' mental health and mental health days, something he is advocating as part of his senior project. Jason Kornbluth and his classmate Danny Moore have been studying the issue, and they released the results of a survey that was completed by more than 300 members of the district community, including parents and teachers. He asked the board members to consider allocating 1 day per quarter as needed for students to use as mental health days. I'm very hopeful that Jason will be able to directly share his findings with our council as he continues his lobby efforts and tries to get this done. I know I was very impressed by his research and think you will be as well, especially those of you with young children yet to experience the stresses of high school. So we'll see where that goes, but it was a wonderful presentation. And more kudos to Orange Village residents. Congratulations to teacher Mary DeCaro, who was approved for her new position as assistant principal at the elementary school, another Orange Village resident. A list of 148 candidates for graduation in the class of 2021 was presented to the board. As a reminder, graduation is on May 30th at 4 p.m. at the high school stadium. Are we doing anything? I know last year, because there was no official in-person graduation with everybody. We put everybody's names up on the board, and I'm not suggesting necessarily we do that again this year. But I'm wondering if we can put up a congratulatory note or just a general congratulations, graduates, class of 2021 would be great. There was additional discussion of further COVID vaccinations and testing. As you all know now, the Pfizer vaccine is going to be available for those 12 and older, with many opportunities to get vaccinated, and test kits are still available in school buildings. Some thought was given to obtaining approximate percentages of those in the school buildings who have been vaccinated for the fall, and that will be discussed. Transition Coordinator Christine Noy presented to the board about special education and transition into the workforce. And the treasurer presented his 5-year outlook, which he says is typical of most school districts in the state where cash balances are declining over time. His 5-year forecast predicts a cumulative deficit of about 10 million over that period. And there was a discussion of a potential net 3 mil levy in 2022, or more likely 2023, that would incur about $105 per $100,000 home value if that's what ends up happening. And finally, I was delighted to meet our new police officer, Kevin Oliver Jr. last week, and spend time chatting with his family, including his father, who is a retired police officer who is now living in Nashville. I welcome all of our new employees to Orange Village and look forward to getting to know you better as we are able to do more in-person meet and greets. Sounds like after June 1st, we'll be able to do that. And as Judd said, we have a very full agenda for our Ready meeting tomorrow evening. Information is or will be posted on the website, and I hope to see you all there. Thanks.
All right, well, thank you. And I'll make a motion to adjourn. Does anybody want to second that?
Do we have?
Second, and peace out.
Well, we got to call roll because this is a regular meeting. So, Anna, you're muted, Anna, I think.
None. Harry,
Yes.
Silver,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Comet,
Yes.
Charnas,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Duber.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night and good news.